Hello, 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 and welcome back to some more Rune Factory. Yeah. So, I'm trying to remember where I was last time, but I'm pretty sure I was doing this. So in that case, let's just move the game audio to be really, really quiet. As I, try to level up my crafting a whole bunch, so I can eventually have the stats required to fight those lion bosses. Because those are the next bosses to be fought.
Lions, rawr.
Yes, lions are very raw. Good as Azura. I should go and check the mail just in case my package actually did get here, which I really doubt that it's actually here. I've already chalked it up to it's not coming after all. Oh god. So, right, yes, I wanted to call it BronyCan, but it's not BronyCan, it's Vancouver. That's going on in, January, I believe? January. So, let's see, I still need to go, book a hotel room for that. And book plane ticket. And for this year, I'm going to aim to arrive a day early. You know, hang out with people, before the event starts. If the plane gets delayed by a day again, I'm not completely screwed over this time. All for a low cost of, I don't know, probably $150, however much the hotel room for one night will cost.
Oh.
Yeah, you know how that is.
Yep.
So that should be fun. And because the tabletop room didn't have much interest last year, so I've been told, instead this year, the room that would be for the tabletop room is going to be used as an extra panels room. People are going to be doing panels and stuff, and while there's not panels going on, then there'll be tabletop stuff, and maybe there'll be panels for tabletop stuff, and so, you know, that should be fun.
Ah.
Over this past weekend, I joined in with a new D&D group. New to me, not like they just started playing. And
Yeah.
essentially my character's introduction to it was, the party has magic items that they don't know the specifics of what the items are, and they're debating spending a bunch of gold on a magic item of Identify, because Identify costs like 100 gold a use if you try to cast it as a spell. Which is, you know, quite a bit. Or you can spend like $1,000 on a magic item of Identify. I think it's about that. But if you have 10 items to identify, might as well do that. And I was just like, you know, putting some final touches on my character because I was only invited to the group that same morning, like 2 hours before the game. And I'd been alerted, you know, a bit into the game that, hey, everybody leveled up, so actually I'm not level 6, I'm level 7. And actually I don't have 13,000 gold's worth of stuff, I have 19,000. And I realized, oh yeah, my character can just learn Identify as a spell-like ability and then just cast it for free as much as y'all would want. So introduction to the group was, hey, I can do that specific thing that you're about to spend a bunch of money on, and I can do it for free. Which is a really curious way for an evil character to join in with an evil group for an evil campaign. Hey, let me help you. Because, yeah, I had a specific evil character I wanted to play, but people don't normally allow for evil characters in D&D games, even though there is quite a bit of content specifically for evil-aligned characters. I guess it's meant more for, you know, evil NPCs and stuff, but could still apply to player characters and all that, and I think there's, what, 2, maybe 3 entire feat categories that can only be applied to evil characters. So, oh. So that was fun. Didn't get to show off my character's combat potential, because just before combat finally started, after my character had joined, and there's at least one other new new player as well, but just before the combat where our characters would be able to show off their stuff started, one of the players had to go, and so we ended the session there. And it's like, although considering then the combat that I got to see before my character joined in, they were fighting against, like, the boss of an area or whatever, and one of them managed to kill it. They managed to kill it in one turn. They killed the boss fight in one turn. It's like, huh. And now everyone has high expectations for my character that I spent so long tweaking about. And it's like, yeah, my character isn't DPS. And if these are, like, the rates of things, my character's tankiness is also not going to be that effective. But at the very least, I was allowed to take Troll-Blooded as a feat, so unless the enemies start using fire and or acid damage, I'm still fine. And even in the event that they do, I have the ability to get at least a little bit of resistance to one of those 2 elements. I think if I really wanted to, I could actually get resist 10 fire and resist 5 acid, so a little bit of resistance. Not a whole lot. The Minecraft's been going well. We unlocked... what? We finished the Twilight Forest. We unlocked and finished through Atom, or basically finished... no, we finished Atom. You finished Atom, right?
Yeah, I believe we finished Adam.
All that's left are finding a few more meteorites to find a few more, like, of the presses things that may or may not be around somewhere. I had to go into the config file and change things so the meteorites would actually spawn. Gosh, this mod pack, it's meant to be a hard difficulty mod pack, and, like, truth be told, usually by now, we would already be in the end game of mod packs. Like, I'm not even sure if we're in mid-game. From arbitrarily harder crafting recipes, like, to make a chest requires an iron nugget, to make a crafting table requires stone tools. We haven't made a crafting table in, like, forever, because we've been looting them. Anywhere we can find crafting tables, we are stealing them. Made ourselves some crafting tables on sticks, put a few around the base. It's like, okay, good. We don't have to worry about making these things anymore. It took quite a while, but I was able to start with was it the ME storage thing? And last night I built a mining unit. An excavator, I believe it is, which requires somewhere around 3,000 power to mine out one block of ore, and the ore varies depending on what chunk you place the excavator on. Notably, that it does not actually take ore or anything else from the blocks beneath it. Well, small asterisk, it clears out a little bit of space, but not much. So if you were playing like a skyblock sort of game and could make one of these, you would still get ore from it. From nothing. So this sort of an excavator could be really useful in skyblock. But also, like, if you don't want to just, like, have it dot the landscape or, you know, big old machine in the landscape, you could build it underground or build it super far up in the sky. Far up in the sky is possibly more annoying because it'll always cast a shadow below it, but still. Yeah, I made a different tool to see like what kinds of ores I could expect to get from all of the various chunks around our base. All of them, not quite yet, but I could go for more. You basically get like a little item that tells you like the expected output of that chunk, and I've just been putting them down in the chunks I've gotten them from. So you can just walk around, it's like, oh yeah, this one has lots of emeralds. If we need emeralds, build the excavator right here to start mining for emeralds. Found one right next to where we put our house. That's an extremely rare vein that has a whole lot of Certus quartz, and I need like a mountain of Certus quartz for this storage stuff. I had that running literally all night. I think I got like 10-ish stacks of Certus quartz, so, you know, that was good. Could still use more Certus quartz, but there are also other things we need. Like more iron and more coal and... It's really, really hard. I think this is the first, like, automated farm we were able to make so far. Because stuff like... A hopper is just requires, like, twice as much iron to make. But, like, a vacuum hopper? Oh my gosh, vacuum hopper is so bloody annoying. Sometimes you just see things and it's like, yep, nope. We're not making one of these. So I have to, like, put aside a lot of the stuff that I know from various other mod packs, because it's like, yeah, this thing. We usually do this thing. It's like, yep, nope, not this time. That's not happening.
Yeah, there's so many things.
So many arbitrary changes. But again, you know, like...
Right.
It does make, I guess, a little bit more sense of accomplishment, because it's like, if I could have just made the storage within the first, like, the ME storage within, like, the first 2 days, it's like, okay, cool, we have this, done, period, it stores everything. But having to, like, okay, build this giant excavator thing, have this going, have a bunch of windmills feed into it, because it takes 1,024 power per tick. Oh no, that's right. It takes 1,024 power per tick. And it's supposed to, if you give it full power, make 1 block of ore per 3 seconds, is what it's supposed to be. What's my calculator? 1,024 per tick. There are 20 ticks in a second times 3 seconds. So about 61,440 power for 1 block of ore. I have it being fed by 2 windmills that have 8 sails each. So that's about 71 power at a minimum. They give more power if it's raining or if it's thundering, but 71 power. Again, that's per tick.
Huh. Claire, I just want to point out...
Really 71.1.
If the shower head is above the level of the experience, it doesn't shower us.
Do we still need the shower?
Well, how else are we getting experience to put onto my weapon?
Alright, fair point. You can move the shower head.
I mean, currently the bottom tank is on the floor.
You can remove a few tanks if you want to. You can leave your tanks behind. So yeah, 61,000 divided by 71, about 864 ticks, which as I already said, there's 20 ticks in a second, so really, instead of taking about 3 seconds, really? Huh, yeah, apparently it takes about 43 seconds to get one ore, with the setup as we have it now. Which is faster than if we went mining out for more Certus quartz and whatnot. Yeah, the old farms I used to make of, oh yeah, just custom spawners of iron golems and throwing them into a smelter. It's like, yeah, that's not quite so plausible. Oh, and of course, Azura made us, Azura definitely made us make a smeltery that goes from Y0 to Y256, as big around as is legal. You have those stacks upon stacks upon stacks of ore in there, and you still won't even be able to see it. And we found out something about that too, didn't we, Azura?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to put the main control unit of it at maximum a certain distance from the bottom. So we couldn't have the control on the main floor. We had to have it in the basement. Because we were like 3-4 blocks off.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, like, oh gosh, like the water wheels thing. That was an absolute nightmare to set up, but now that it's set up, basically all of our machines have as much power as they want for now. Having to craft every windmill one at a time and make it the whatever thing that the windmill blades plug into to actually generate power. Each one of those one at a time, because again, if I make about 43 of them, right? Was it? It's like 24 divided by 35.55. If I make about 29 windmills, if I make 29 windmills, that will be able to completely power the miner with just the power of windmills. And I've collapsed.
Hello.
Been talking for these past few minutes. I forgot I was playing Rune Factory.
Hello.
Like, were you just not doing anything, or?
Hi there.
I was just, like, grinding, stuff. Oh, that's right. I had forgotten until just now. The meeting's at 7 p.m. In-game meeting. The meeting. So that's still like an in-game hour away. We have time.
Alright. So I think I'm about ready to go back to the Erebus.
Alright, I'll change the difficulty back to easy.
Go.
Alright, it's easy.
Thank you.
Oh, God. Alright, time to do just a little bit of venting. I woke up this morning and decided, you know what would be nice? Playing a nice, simple game of CDH to really wake up. I went, joined in with the queue, got a pod, started playing. Only three out of the four of us were actually in, like, the voice call. It's like, oh, whatever. Sometimes one person's running late because I realized I had to, put my dog outside, or, oh, I was just, finishing up breakfast while I joined the queue and I didn't realize it was gonna fire. It's like, whatever. I joined in the spell table, the website application where you can like see each other's webcams. It's like all four of us on here, but only three of us in the Discord. What's going on? And then eventually, it's like, and it turned out that someone in the spell table hadn't muted their microphone because spell table also has a voice chatting feature that doesn't get used with this Magic server. We just use Discord for voice chat instead of the spell table. I think Discord is a little bit more reliable than spell table, which really says a lot about the spell table. And since I use the Discord on my phone, spell table on my computer, I always mute the spell table tab so there's no, like, echo.
Uh-huh.
As it turned out, one of the four members of the group had joined on to the spell table voice chat and not the Discord one. So someone had to unmute themselves in the spell table to say, it's like, hey, join the Discord voice chat. Join the Discord voice chat. So of course I couldn't really hear what the other person was saying because spell table was muted. I like added him in the Discord text chat. It's like, hey, join the Discord voice chat. And he said, I know I could look up exactly what he said, but he's like, what's a chat? Something like that. It's like, what? Eventually he joins the Discord. And then it takes, no joke, 3 solid minutes of the rest of us trying to tell him, mute yourself in spell table. And it's like, remember, we have like cameras on, so I'm pointing at the thing, like, see this button? See this microphone button right here? Please click on it to mute yourself in spell table. Should I leave the Discord chat? It's like, mute yourself in spell table. Stay in the Discord, mute your spell table. Click the microphone button. Oh, okay, and then he does it. So, we had told him, but apparently the 5th time telling him, click the microphone button, he understood. We, shuffle up for the game, randomize our turn order, blah, blah, blah. Get ready to play. It's like, okay, everyone has their hands. Yeah, okay. Are there any pre-game actions? It's like, well, I don't have any. Someone's like, no, I don't have any. Third person's like, oh, I don't have any. The guy's like, yeah. It's like, oh, is that a yes? Like, it's like, yes. It's like, do you have a pre-game action? Nah. Okay, okay. It's like, he's not doing anything. He's just kind of sitting there, like, just hands on his desk, just, okay, well, if you're not doing anything, I'll go to my turn. Wait, I have a pre-game action. It's like, okay, do it. Can I do my pre-game action? It's like, yes, do your pre-game action. Pause. I have a pre-game action. Like, I don't know. Maybe this guy is, really high or something, or incredibly drunk, or mentally challenged. I don't know. He said it was his first time doing it, but, like, playing on the, I don't know, playing CDH, playing spell table, playing Magic, I don't know. Eventually, it's like, oh yeah, I put out this card as a pregame action. It's like, oh, in order to play that as a pregame action, you have to exile another card from your hand. That's the context. It's like, okay, what are you exiling with it? Yeah, I'm gonna play it. Okay, what are you exiling with it? I play it. took another, like, 2 minutes for him to finally exile a card from his hand. He exiled a really good card, too. Like, a combo, like a game-winning card. So it's like, well, that's weird. Whatever. Get to playing. I'm first player. I do my turn. I pass. Second player goes. He does his turn. He passes. And the new guy is third player. It's supposed to be his turn. Player 2 had told him, it's like, hey, it's your turn. Player 4 told us, it's like, hey, it's your turn. And it's not until I tell him, it's like, hey, name, it's your turn. Oh, okay, well, I'll do this, I guess. And then he doesn't actually say, like, pass the turn. He's like, oh, yeah, I'll draw and I'll play this card. And then player 4 is like, is asking, it's like, oh, do you pass the turn? It's like, no, it's the end of player 2's turn. And it's like, no, it's your turn. You played stuff for your turn. Are you passing your turn? And it's like the guy was just like not paying attention to anything. And even when we told him stuff directly, like sometimes he would understand something and sometimes, most of the time, he wouldn't. And, like, again, I don't know what was going on there. I don't know why he wasn't answering things, or if maybe he was just doing all that as a joke and he thought it was, like, really funny to pretend to be, you know, not answer it. Maybe he was just new and didn't understand things, but, like, he really didn't understand a lot of stuff. And we had to explain, like, all of it. And it's like, I don't know how much we can explain this stuff to you.
Yeah.
Like, I understand everyone has a first time that they, you know, play Magic Online or play CEDH or, you know, play with strangers online on Spell Table on a server, but it's like, everyone should have a jumping off point of, I know this, so I can do this. It's like, learn how to play Magic. It's okay. I can play Magic, I can play Commander. I can play Commander, so I can play Commander on webcam. I can play, like, you know, I can play Commander, I can play CDH. I can play, like, Commander on webcam, I can play CDH on webcam. Like, it's like, I don't know, did he, like, just learn how to play Magic and then download a CDH deck list and just start playing online on Spell Table, having never played CDH before? Does he play CDH? Because he didn't really play the deck very well either, so it might have been his first time playing that too. It was like,
Jesus.
how much
Sorry.
new stuff.
Well,
Yeah. For the record, y'all, I wound up winning the game. Because I put out Orcish Bowmaster. Look, I was losing life like crazy. I had the One Ring out. I'd play an Ancient Tomb. People were attacking me because I had played a One Ring on turn 1. I had the One Ring, so people were attacking me. Completely fair. So I put out an Orcish Bowmaster, so when I used the ring to draw cards, I would get hit for a bunch of damage, and I wouldn't be able to keep creatures out because they would be killed. And so I was just like, huh, I'm at like 11 life. On your turn, I'm sure you're going to kill me. So all I have to do is make sure to win the game without drawing any more cards. And I did it! Win the game in one turn without drawing any more cards. Alright, easy. I put out my own creature that whenever I cast a spell, it pings all of my opponents. I put out a card that made it so, put out a card so I could cast off at the top without having to actually draw cards. And I just kept casting spells off the top, one after another, after another, after another. And of course, the new player, after, you know, telling the table, it's like, okay, Basically, whenever I cast a spell, you all take a damage. He had taken like 2 damage, and then just decided to stop taking damage from it. It's like, hey, we're supposed to have lost like 10 life. You've lost 2. Just didn't answer anything. It's like, I don't want to really throw out like slurs or harmful tropes and stuff, but it did seem like the person might have been mentally challenged or incredibly high.
Yeah,
One of the two.
from what you're describing, it sure as heck sounds like it.
Because it's like sometimes when you're explaining something to someone, the terminology that you use to explain it is not terminology that the person understands. So if you say mute yourself, person just might not know, what does that mean to mute myself? I don't know what mute yourself means. So you have to find, you know, find this button and click on it. But then we said, like, you see this microphone button that I am pointing at. Click that button. I don't know what that is. It's like, do you not know, like, what pointing is? Do you not know what a microphone is? Do you not know what a button is? Like, you gotta help us a little bit. What part do you not understand? Let us know what you don't understand, so we can help explain it better.
How artistic.
Evening.
Hey!
Oh, yeah. Wait. Just realized I'm not streaming this to you, Azara. I want you to see this too, because it's cute. Okay? Aw, Pia.
Huh? Huh? Yeah! Huh?
Oh.
Oh my.
Huh? Huh? Maybe even bubbles that break free from the depths can become their own little moons. It's nice to imagine, at least. Huh? La la la.
Oh my.
Good evening.
No. Where's my screenshot button? There we go. Since we took a bath, our health and boon points are failed. Now that is gameplay and story integration right there.
Yeah. You could say that.
Oops, hit the wrong tab. Yeah, like I told the audience while you were handling your phone call, I wound up winning that CDH game by just, casting, like, 40 spells in one turn. That was fun.
Okay.
Alright. Still playing that little mod pack. Every little step is at least something in the right direction. Every day we get just a little bit more notable progress. Like yesterday I set up the storage, then last night I set up the excavator. I really like that excavator.
And today I'm getting pretty close to finishing this spider dimension.
We started it today, basically.
Yeah, it's not a very big dimension. I just want to get as much of the collecting part of it done as I can.
Yeah. I still remember when I thought that the dimension looped back on top of itself. And to be fair, that would be a really neat thing for a dimension to do.
Whereas what actually happened was you just lost track of your position.
I lost track of my Y value, cause it's not like I normally keep track of it anyway, because why?
Yes, that is one of the 3 dimensions. Yes, why?
Ow, 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 ow. The cut on my ear is still there, in case anyone was curious. Alright, perfect. Still haven't heard back from the bike company about my bike yet.
Of course not. This is not the way I can do it. What? No, I refuse to believe.
Hopefully I can, one way or another, get my bike back like this week and just with some sort of a fix, even if it has to be duct taped. Even if the pedal has to be like duct taped on or whatever, just something to fix it up. Because this is really somewhat kind of ridiculous. So what do you want to bet that the whole Rune Factory 6 is coming out next year thing is just going to be like when Rune Factory 5 was supposed to have come out in 2021? But it's actually just the Japanese version was out in 2021 and the English one didn't actually come out until like the next year. Was it the next year? think it was the next year. I'm trying to remember the timeline of things. Because I know that I got a proper desktop gaming computer in 2020. Because I remember that because it was just before the quarantine. But I didn't start doing my daily uploads, I think, until a year after that, which would be 2021. Where I started in April? Just as a little, hey, why not? Hey, Rune points reached 1,000. That's neat. What ifs? Even if the game does just come out in Japanese, I might actually just get the Japanese copy. I'm not entirely certain about this, but I think that Switch's, what's the word? That they don't care about, like, game origin location, so I could play a Japanese copy of a game on my North American Switch. I believe that's a thing that's, like, special about the Switch, that you can... Was it non-DRM or something? And I was tempted to do that for Rune Factory 5, and I ultimately didn't. But I think it would be a really interesting experience, because, like, so much of the Rune Factory stuff is basically just the same. That I could probably fumble my way through a playthrough. Just trying to read, like, expressions from character icons and check out items and see numbers of things. Try to craft things just by, well, that's the crafting recipe in other games. Let's see if it works.
Yeah, that could work.
See, that's what I was thinking. So your races have been going good, huh? Mostly?
Mostly. I've done 5 and won 4 of them.
Do you want to tell the audience about the races in question?
Paper Mario Randomizer.
Yeah, so it's been doing
Season
people...
3 for the official league for Paper Mario Randomizer.
I know that I linked to your Twitch in an earlier episode. But I'm not sure if that video actually got any views. That's right, I should play more Ask Lipa. Gosh, okay. Slight spoilers for Ask Lipa. Slight, whatever. So, at one relatively early part in the game, you get access to a city. And in that city, there's an arena that you can fight in and do challenges and stuff. I went in, did a bit of fighting, didn't really get anything out of it, and I thought, oh, well, I guess this is just optional. Nothing really good to be gained out of here. And I just went and completely dismissed it. About 20 videos later, I realized, while it is technically optional, it's good. You actually do wind up getting really good, useful, and somewhat unique items out of it.
Oh.
So between chapters, you really should be going to the arena and stuff. Also, Ask Lipa is like the first game in a long while where while I'm playing through it, I actively want to play through the game again. have you experienced that with the game as you're playing through it and just like, ooh, when I play through this game next time, I'm going to do that. So I want to play through this game again just so I can do that other path.
I mean, usually with games like with that sort of thing, I mean, yeah, I go into them planning to do multiple playthroughs.
You know, this one, I didn't plan on it. It's not like it was, Infamous. With like you could do a good playthrough and do an evil playthrough. I just found a lot of things where I started asking myself, okay, but what if I did this differently? What if this area where I'm supposed to use this certain item to get through, but is actually possible to do without the item, as I had shown, by doing it without the item? What if I just go through without the item? What if I just never pick that one item up? What if I just actually beat this one boss fight I'm not supposed to do? I kind of... I've been somewhat wanting to play... Oh, right. So, you know how the algorithm, like, watches and, like, listens to people and can tell, apparently, what people are saying, even if they don't, you know, Google search stuff?
Sure.
You know how I've been saying I kind of want to do another playthrough of BioShock, but without plasmids?
Yeah.
You want to guess what was on my YouTube recommended to watch tab today?
Bioshock without plasmids?
Uh-huh. Actually, BioShock Revenge only, which also means without plasmids. On hard difficulty without the Vita chambers. Well, we've got some rune points and stuff. I think got a bit of intelligence. We saw that meeting with Pia.
Evening.
No. We saw the meeting with Pia. Everything is going good. And I think once this video is done, upload this. Upload the second episode of Necro King that will be going up 12 hours after this goes up. Necro King, interesting game. Didn't think I'd like it so much when I started playing it. It's actually kind of good. Weird. Seems really easy to do really well in, to try to lure me into a false sense of security or something. Really nice.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
And who knows, maybe tonight after Azura goes to bed, I'll record some more Ask Libra. I'm not even sure how many episodes I have recorded of it already. Probably like 30? I think I passed the 30 mark, right? I'm pretty sure I did. What's my video tab? Alright. Okay. 22. 5, 26. Oh, apparently only 27 videos so far. No! I'm about to collapse. No!
Not like this.
You can't cancel once you hit it. And I That time it was just an accident that I hit that go button. I understand. Take my money. I have more money than I need. Feel free to take more of it if you really want to. Paying like 1,400 is not a big fee. In Moon Factory 4, when you completely pass out, because there's 2 doctors in that game, you either get the one doctor who will actually charge you a fee for, you know, bringing you back to life, or the other doctor who won't charge you anything. And it seems to be random chance which one you get at any given time.
Interesting.
Oh, and on the ongoing topic of games and stuff that are generally fun and whatnot, Sword of the Necromancer 2. When's that one finally coming out? The demo was neat. Full game is supposed to have a lot of interesting stuff to it. Sword of the Necromancer Resurrection is supposed to be coming out this year, and that's just a redo of the game that they already have, but with their new 3D graphics. Maybe I'll do a co-op Let's Play of that with someone at some point, but Sword of the Necromancer Revenant is still just to be announced. I'm actually on their Discord. They have people in beta. Oh my gosh, that's a long jump. Jump, dash, swing, swing, high jump, dash. Swing, swing. It's like Metroidvania levels of whoa. That reminds me, it's been a while since I've played a good Metroidvania. I don't know why, but at this point it feels like I'm intentionally just trying to put off playing Hollow Knight. I have tried it.
Wait,
Didn't care
you
for it.
haven't played Hollow Knight?
I've played a bit. I got to the first boss fight, died like 10 times, and decided, no thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, because I could only deal scratch damage to it, and it could, like, two-shot me. And it's like, this is the first boss. I can't really go anywhere else. So I can either spend quite a bit of time grinding to maybe get an upgrade that might help something, or I could just not play this. And I'm not invested enough in the game to want to grind for it. Yeah, I played a little bit of Hollow Knight. Just a little bit. I'm still ticked off that the Ender Lilies game was basically just an extended demo. I still have like a 6-minute file of episode 4 just sitting on my hard drive. Because I'm not going to upload just a 6-minute video, not on purpose at least. But it's just there. It's like, I want to keep playing it, but it hasn't had an update. Because it's still just an early access. I played full game prices, and I think I might have bought it on sale, whatever, for 3 hours of game. Every single every single path that I could theoretically go for is locked. And checking the dev chat, it's like, even in the discussions, like the devs even agree even admit that's like, yeah, no, the game's in early access. That's all the content there is for now until we, release more. And like, if they, release like a new area every week or two, so it's like, oh, hey, here's like a new area to go through, and then you can like unlock a new ability. Oh, hey, remember that ability that you unlocked last time? Well, now you can go swimming down over here and go through this new area that we've made. It's like, oh, now you can have this area, now you can do this. Like, if they released it like chapter by chapter, basically like that, that could be interesting. A very unique take to the Metroidvania genre. But no, it's just like, oh, I'll just wait until we have everything. It is so frustrating. Also, new magic set got fully spoiled. No awesome new colors cards for super secret tech for my new colorless deck. New colorless deck? No new cards for my favorite deck. Marissa's getting some nice cards though. There are definitely some interesting things. They have... Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. I saw what might be the stupidest, and by stupidest I mean most insane magic related thing that I have maybe ever seen.
Okay.
Deal infinite damage as long as the twin primes conjecture is true.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the twin primes conjecture?
No.
So, twin primes are primes that are separated by exactly 2. Like 11 and 13 are both primes, they are twin primes.
Okay.
3 and 5.
Right.
5 and 7. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
So, there's a theory that there are an infinite number of such numbers. That if you go up and up far enough, there are an infinite number of twin primes. And someone has made an extremely convoluted setup based off of one of the new commanders that was released. That if that conjecture...
Shit, stop.
Do you want me to set it back to peaceful?
Yes, please.
Okay. Tell me why I'm back into Minecraft takes more than a second.
You know what else is going to take me more than a second?
Getting your stuff
Getting
back?
back to my death waypoint.
What isn't Skyfall now, right?
I mean, it's only, you know, a kilometer and a half away.
Oh, that's like nothing. Oh yeah. A new legendary creature. At the beginning of your end step, if a land entered the battlefield under your control this turn, and you control a prime number of lands, create a creature token. And using an extremely convoluted setup, make that trigger happen infinite times, but specifically only be able to deal damage if there are, like, twin primes. If there are an infinite number of twin primes, you can deal infinite damage. Otherwise, you can't. And it's just... like, this has got to rival... we made Magic the Gathering a Turing machine. For sheer ridiculousness. that's not to mention that this whole exercise in what if is actually completely useless all in all. But it is funny. And that's what's really important.
Okay.
But anyway, that's been this episode of Runes in the Factories. Oh wait, new Zelda game should be coming out sometime this month. I should really check on when that's coming out, because definitely want to get it and then just start doing episodes of it, like, right away. Not because, oh, new game that's going to be popular, I can get all the views, but hey, this new game looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I definitely want to play it before I start getting inundated, swamped with spoilers about it. Because it seems like it will be nice and fun. Yeah, can't wait to finally play a Legend of Zelda game where you get to play as Link.